Hi, I'm Nancy Murphy from the Yellow Dot Artist. Today I'm going to take you through a tutorial on how to paint cherries. So the first thing you want to do is start to sketch the canvas with the cherries using the reference photo on the left. You can draw in the shadowed areas if you want, like I'm doing, and the highlighted areas. And when you're finished with your sketch, you want to make it a little bit darker so that when you put the first layer or toning the canvas, it doesn't hide your sketch. So when you think of cherries, just kind of do circles and then kind of rework them. So to tone the canvas, you want to take the Algerian crimson and mix it with water until it's very thin. And just brush a thin layer over the entire canvas. It doesn't matter which direction you paint, the goal is just to get coverage. The first step in the underpainting is wiping out the lightest light or the highlights. Then you go in and you mix the darkest dark to do the shadows and the darkest areas that you see in the reference photo. For the background color, you want to use a combination of the red and the burnt umber and the white to get a variety of shades of that color. And just randomly put them in different areas. Put darker on the outside and lighter as you move toward the cherries. My video stopped taping where it shows the rest of me applying the paint. So now you want to move on to adding the base layer to the cherries. So cover the entire thing, including the shadows. Then you go in with a little bit darker of that shade and apply it to the shadows and make sure that you blend it pretty well. Continuing to blend it. It's time to paint the stems. So you want to mix up these three colors in different varieties, dark, medium, and lightest. And you go in and you apply the first markings to the stem. I use the medium green. Just follow the lines that you had drawn earlier in the underpainting. Use a very thin brush and brush it or apply it with a very light stroke. This one got a little too thick, so I just got a little bit wet, dabbed it off my hand, and went along each side to make it thinner. Now go in with the darkest shade, and on the very bottom of each stem, draw a darker line. And here I'm drawing the shadow of the stem. Right now it's kind of a harsh line, so you'll go back in with your brush. You might have to dampen it and just rub it out so it's a little more blended. You never have a hard line with a shadow. Now I am applying a lighter shade of pink to some of the brighter areas to add some dimension. And just go over it and over it very smoothly. And then make sure to add a lighter tone of the paint right at the stem, the base of the stem. That's where light hits. Okay, now it's time to go back and add a second layer to your different colors that you applied earlier. So here you're doing the mid shade, the mid red shade, and blend it in. You can even go over the shadowed areas and even the lighter areas, just to make it look more cohesive. It's a good idea too to step back from your painting a few feet to get a different perspective to see where you might need to add more paint. Here I'm adding a second layer of the light. And I don't like the way the cherry looks. It's too, I don't know, narrow. So I'm thickening it up with some of the shade, and then I'm going to go back in and blend it with a lighter red. And I'm adding the second layer of paint to the stem base. Just kind of dab the paint on, don't make it a solid line. I'm using a tiny brush and I'm just going to dab pure white to make some highlighted areas where the light is reflecting. And again, look at the reference photo so that you know where to add it. And if you noticed, all the highlights are toward the left side of the cherries because that's where the light's coming from. Now it's time to add a second layer to the dark area of the background. Make sure to blend it. I put the light around the cherries because they're very dark and I thought it would highlight and really make them shine in this painting. Now I'm going back with a second layer of the lightest paint to re-emphasize those bright areas. And see how it really makes the cherries stand out against the background. And I don't have a lot of brush or paint on my brush. That's how I'm able to apply it so thinly. With all the layers, you want to put just enough paint on that it adds a new layer but doesn't hide what's underneath. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure to like and subscribe.